All right, so now we're recording. It's working. Okay, good to meet with you, Jay.
Good to see you again.
Thank you so much for being able to have a chat with me. I know that you've had some really great unexpected things that have happened since you've done the 6-week program, Reawaken Heal. And I wanted to find out a little bit more about that and how it's affected you. In terms of the use of Sanskrit, which there is a fair use of Sanskrit words to keep it very authentic. How did you find that, first of all?
I really like learning Sanskrit words just because I think it gives it's quite evocative. So with English words, you have just one meaning, but with Sanskrit, it feels that it kind of paints a different language. It describes it in a different way. So I really enjoy learning new words, and I found it informative, and it wasn't that many, and I think it's really important to know these words, because when you read books on Ayurveda, it constantly refers back to these words. So I really enjoyed learning them.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones that I loved in that course, maybe you picked up that I liked it a lot, was prasana. To be really joyful and to be really like vivacious with how you feel. And we touched upon how, food affects the mind, how the two are connected. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you kind of connected with that. Did it make any shifts in your everyday life after discovering more about this connection?
I think that the main thing, as you say, the joy that comes out of this kind of eating well and being in balance just filters out through everything that you do. So when I learn how to cook properly and how to use these ingredients and to make delicious meals, I felt gradually more and more kind of in line with the natural rhythms of my body, the natural kind of joy that I feel that's inherent in the body. And it's almost just clearing out all the kind of toxins and all the things that clog the channels, I would say.
Yeah.
And the more you get into it, the subtler the process becomes. So the more that you eat healthy, the more that you place attention on how you cook, how you eat, how all of these things is it just it makes a radical shift in how you perceive life. It's such a big learning. It's like it's not just about food, but it's about life itself, nourishing everything. So yeah, it has a big impact through in my life.
Because it's that agony, right? That once it starts to get like really fired up and it's working, the body has some 40 agonies in everything from the minutest cell to, your stomach and that's burning, and in the mind. So when you're nourishing yourself and you're eating according to your dosha, these agonies are all functioning well. And then the intelligence of your body is just fully, in alignment, and you're able to heal. You're able to connect with what your true hunger is. You're able to connect with the nature around you and finding, the most pranic, the most tastiest looking vegetables, you're actually drawn to eat more of that food, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, than going for something that's not so nourishing, even though
Yeah.
that's not bad to do sometimes as well, you know. It's like, but you're actually more drawn to have foods that are more naturally nourishing for you.
I completely agree, and maybe it's because of the lockdown that luckily because of the lockdown that we don't rely on our supermarkets anymore, my husband and I, and we get our farm produce that's direct from the farmer, organic, seasonal, in boxes in a crate, and the carrots are all covered in dirt, all the potatoes, and it feels like it's fresh out of the ground. And ever since we've been eating just organic food, some people may think that it doesn't justify the price, or it is quite a little bit more expensive, but there's just a qualitatively different feeling from when you have fresh produce, and cooking in the way that I've been taught through kind of Ayurvedic recipes. It just, yeah, the food is alive. And I feel that before, you know.
And you're alive, right? And you want
Yeah.
to eat food, more food, which is alive or filled with this prana, so that it nourishes your cells in the right way, right?
Yeah, and it nourishes everything, because I feel wonderful in my mind, and my husband, who doesn't know anything about Ayurveda, he now is fully loves all the food that I make, and he sometimes says, hey, I haven't been eating so well in the past 2 days, maybe we should have a strict Ayurvedic diet for the next week. And
yeah.
And who says it has to be boring or some sort of strict regime? No, it's really delicious food. It's so yummy as well. I'm like a real gourmet lover, and I love yummy food, and having that knowledge, kind of profound ancient knowledge, mixed in with my sensibilities, has been quite a good mix, actually. Satisfying, as you say, the goddess is in your mouth, and that kind of concept of having food as an abundance, you know, and giving nourishment, and that should be joyful, not just pleasurable. And that's been a really interesting learning curve as well. How to eat kind of sugar in a way that's nourishing and building, and not going towards kind of sensual or pleasure filled, what's it,
but with a yucky feeling afterwards.
Yeah, how to eat properly and enjoy all of the foods. Yeah, that's been a big learning curve for me.
Right, with the 6 tastes and everything like that. So you also you cook for your husband, right? So, and he's a different dosha to you. You have different.
I'm a kind of main pitta vata, and he's a pitta kapha. So we have it kind of all spectrums, but mainly we're pitta. So luckily we have similar kind of, we can eat similar things, but he would put more pepper or spices or have more stimulating foods, and I would have more cooling foods.
And so you kind of learn how to adjust and make it more, you know, appealing to him.
Yeah,
you know, with these tips from the 6 tastes. Super.
Yeah.
So was there anything that was surprising in terms of, you know, the way that your diet's transformed and evolved over the 6 weeks and beyond?
Oh, just how especially after the course, and then after the summer I did the cleanse. So it's been quite an intense learning curve there, and I felt not that I had needed to lose much weight, but after the cleanse I dropped 3 kilos from doing nothing. I didn't do any more exercise. I didn't do anything extra. but probably I was carrying slight kind of residual fat around the belly that just went away, and muscle tone was good, and kind of I sometimes have hormonal acne that just disappeared. My hair, everything, like the luster of the hair, the kind of shiny, flawless skin, all of these things was just a byproduct of eating well and following a spiritual practice as well. But all of that together.
Yeah, the two go hand in hand. It's
definitely
very much the way that I've structured this course is so that they supplement each other in terms of, they are sister sciences anyway. And yeah, like you realize when you're eating better, you're eating to your dosha, you can meditate better, you can focus on things, and your mind becomes sharp and clear, and you remove all this dullness. Any dullness, kind of like you can see it and it just falls away and dissolves, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So your personal goals, did you find that it was easy to reach your personal intentions that we set at the beginning of the 6 weeks? Did you manage to achieve it?
Yeah, I think I did. I had two sort of goals I set for myself in the beginning of the year, so Christmas, like New Year's, and I said, by next year I want to learn about Ayurveda, and I want to become more knowledgeable. And then during the group coaching, my intention was to become more proficient at the meals, so like cooking better meals and knowing how to meal plan, and just streamline how I manage kind of family meal times, and to have a certain flair at kind of putting ingredients together and having that kind of know-how to whip up quick meals, and because we don't always have time to make elaborate things. And what's great about Ayurveda is that you can just get lots of different things and make something, and that's really happened for me, that kind of intelligence to just come up very creatively. Like I look on the ingredients in the farm list and I think, oh, pumpkin squash, all of I know what I want to eat, and then when it comes, I think, oh, what can I put with this? Oh, I can put this with it. Oh, I can put coconut there. Oh, I can put coriander with this, and it just comes without thinking. And now the more I do it, I feel that I could be a caterer. I just feel like I have these ideas, and it's been really fun learning about that and becoming proficient. And that was my goal. So definitely,
that's wonderful. That's really great. Yay for you. I mean, that sounds like you reached the goals, and I know that you're cooking some lovely stuff. So thanks for sharing the pictures and sharing those recipes as well. It's really great. Really.
And I share it with my friends who are not who don't know much about Ayurveda. And now I have lots of my friends who are eating kichari, who are drinking kind of fennel and the CCFT. And I feel that I'm making my own team of friends who share this knowledge, and like I'm a big evangelist, or
advocate for it. It's just rippling out. And that's one of the things I really love about Ayurveda, is like you learn to nourish yourself, and because it feels so good, it's so easy to let that spill out and into your loved ones' lives, and then it nourishes them. And Ayurveda is like a big warm mama hug, isn't it? It really does help you to feel, so much more connected to Mother Earth and more connected with yourself. and your loved ones. So I really
And it's
concur.
and you feel it, and I think people can tell if you genuinely feel good inside.
Mm.
They can see in your eyes, they can feel in your heart that it's genuine, and that's a great thing too. There's no it's not like a diet where you take something away. It's just completely life-giving.
Yes.
That's, yeah, one of the great things about it.
Yes, I mean that's like Ayurveda. It makes you feel sattvic. It makes you feel clear, balanced. You know, and that's its purpose. It's always had that intention of bringing this kind of groundedness to your being. Whereas other diets, they may be kind of a little bit more, you know, you're trying to get somewhere that you haven't gone to, or something, you know, yeah, something really residual, and you can feel that within yourself. You feel depleted, and I think that, you know, Ayurveda is always there to like build that reserve of immunity within you.
Yeah.
I love that. Love that.
Yeah, I feel also when you talked about acne, that I know that my acne is in really good form now. That I feel that I can digest anything, you know. And of course, we're talking about food, but also anything that comes in the field, you're able to digest it because you feel strong from the inside, and yeah, you feel this fire that you can digest everything. You have that kind of strength that comes, the fire with
centered,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's right at our core, it's right at our center, and when we're aware of that, even when we sit down before we have our meals, you know, we're aware of, you know, is that presence there, or, you know, how can we ignite that even more? And we talk about, you know, lots of other things like, you know, in our environment, is it the right environment for us to be eating? And, you know, am I sharing it with loved ones, or am I feeling tense inside? So of course, this is all really, really beautiful sharing. Thanks, Jay. Yeah,
you're welcome.
thank you. Yeah,
Thank you for the course.
You're welcome. That's great. So I'm going to
Piece of living, I think.
I love to hear you speak about food. Even you have a natural kind of. I can tell you enjoy food.
Yeah, food. Yeah. And if you look at, you know, sometimes when you have the history, when you search for things online, all of my things are about food. I mean, food or philosophy, food or philosophy. That's it.
Completely a woman of my own heart. There you go.
Or like natural beauty as well. I'm really into how to use oils, how to, you know, how to be beautiful from the inside out. I've been experimenting with kind of natural exfoliators for the skin. Been really enjoying putting all sorts of edible stuff on my skin as well. And telling all my girlfriends, don't buy expensive rubbish, you know, don't just put a banana on your face. They're like, what, a banana?
Banana and honey and cinnamon. Super good. Yeah, I've also been wanting to post some more stuff like that, like Sunday self-care, you know, face masks and stuff like that.
Oh, when you can do your courses again.